Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode in the English Slip Podcast. Your go-to English podcast for learning English through and growing through conversations that actually matter. I'm Aaron, and I'm here with my amazing co-host Evan. Hey Evan, how is it going today? I'm doing great. How about you? I'm good. But honestly, I had a one after those mornings. Everything felt like a test to my patience. I nearly lost when someone cut right in front of my coffee line. Oh no, did you anything? No, just smile. But inside, I was like, uh, don't react. Don't let the roost in your vibe. Totally get that. It's why our tiny moments can hijack in your entire mood. 1 second you calm, and the next you're spiraling over something didn't even ever deserve your energy. Exactly. And that we're diving into today. The power is not reacting because let's face it, our reactions you can cause hurt ways more than realize. Yep, they can damage relationships, rob our peace, and live up with the regrets and didn't see coming. But when you learn to stay ground, when you choose calm over chaos, that's where real control starts. Oh no, we're not talking about becoming cold or emotionless. This is about mastering the moment so your emotions don't end up running the show. So if you ever thought, why did I let that get to me? This episode might be the reset you've been looking for. And to help you reflect even deeper, we put together a free download PDF with the key takeaway, comprehension, and grammar exercise to practice along with it. You finally link description. And don't go anywhere. Charlotte will join us at the end for her vocabulary breakdown, where she unpacks some of the most popular words and phrases from today's episode. Alright, take a deep breath with us and let's begin. How to control your emotions. So, first up, let's clear a major misconception. Emotional control doesn't mean shutting down for your feelings like an emotionless robot. Exactly. Think of it as a pressure cooker. If you keep shoving everything inside without allowing steam out, eventually it's going to blow. Emotions are the same way. If you keep ignoring them, they don't disappear, they just build up. Eventually, they come out in the way we can control. I've been there. I used to think I was doing the measures by keeping it all together. Until one day, someone asked me the basic questions, and I completely snapped. It wasn't about that moment. It was about everything I've been borrowing for weeks. Yep, real emotional mastery is about noticing what you're feeling, letting yourself so healthy way, and deciding how to respond. It's not about pretending everything's fine, it isn't. It's about giving your emotions space without letting them drive the car. Let's bring us to point two, self awareness. You can face what you don't realize is happening. So you can fix what you don't even realize is happening. Totally. It's like training to start a car with no windshield. You don't see where you're going, and next thing you know, you crash into something you didn't see coming. Mhm. I used to find myself snapping at people later thinking, why did I get so mad? Once I start checking in with myself, asking things like, what's really bothering me? Or I'm tired, overwhelming, and also start to make more sense. And snap the shift. When you pause and become observer of your thoughts instead of just being swept into them, you take back your power. It's like stepping into the driver's seat and all right, let's talk about a tiny trick and massive power. The pause. You all underestimate how much difference is in a few seconds. So true. I want to rest between stimulus and response. There is a space. And in that space, it are the power of the truth. That's the pause. Oh, I love that. Like when someone cuts you off in the traffic, your instinct, you yell and layer your more. When you breathe, even just 5 seconds, you get a chance to decide, is this really worth my energy? It's micro move with a massive ripple. That pause help your logical brain catch up your emotion brain. You're not ignoring emotion. You're just not letting it take over. hmm I started using space when I'm overwhelmed too. Just silence bit before responding has saved me from so many unnecessary agreements. Totally. And you know what I realized? Most of our big emotional reactions are even about what's happening right now. They're like echoes, little flashback from moments we have influence here. Yes, it's like someone makes a harmless joke and suddenly feels hurt or embarrassed. And you're like, why did I hit me so hard? But when you dig a little deeper, it usually connects to something old, maybe a time we felt familiar or unseen. Right. It's kind of like walking barefoot and stepping on something sharp. Not because the floor is dangerous, but because we got an old curse and never heal. Triggers are like that. Present moment, old pain. I remember getting super defensive once somebody caressed me in the meeting. It wasn't even rude, but I felt that heat rise up like I was being attacked. Later, I realized it reminded me of the me constantly picked on by a teachers when I was younger. It had nothing to do with my coworker. That's the goal. When you recognize that emotional reactions are clues, not threats. If you trace them back, they actually show what you need healing. And once you see the surface, you get to choose. That's the next separating you feels from you what you do. Yes, just because you feel angry doesn't mean you have to slam the door. Just because you feel hurt doesn't mean you need to send 2 a.m. text. You can pause, sit with it, and then decide. Honestly, that's the real superpower. Reaction feels automatic, but they don't have to be. You can notice the storm inside you and still choose not to throw under someone else. And I've learned that the high stakes moments, especially relationships, it's better to pause and return later with a clear head. Your emotions are valid, but your actions, those leave permanent footprints. So true. I started asking myself before reacting, is this coming from pain or peace? And that's one question that helped me choose silence or softness when before I was snapped. Mm, That's lead perfectly into the something really changes again for me. It's really people can let them mindset. Oh yes, I love that one. So simple, that's thrilling. Someone invite you, let them. Someone damage your dream, let them. Someone misunderstood you, let them. It's not passive, it's a powerful. We spend so much energy trying to manage how other things behave or treat us. But when you let go of need to fix proof, you get your peace back. I used to chase closer, explain myself, defend every decision. But now, if someone show you who they are, let them. That is a clarity. You don't need to approval to protect your peace. That's it, the clarity. You don't need to be approval to protect your peace. Exactly. It's like carrying emotional luggage that was never yours to hold. Once you drop it, you realize that's how light peace feels. So true. And here's the irony. When you stop reacting to everything, you just let them, you stop giving away your power. That silence, that stillness, it speaks louder than any comebacks ever could. Yeah, and I've learned that not every agreement deserves your voice. Sometimes the smallest thing you can say is nothing at all. Yes, we're so conditioned to think how you have to win every debate, every misunderstanding. But honestly, proving a point often costs more you than gain. It's like training explain your favorite color to someone who's already decided they only like black and white. You're exotic yourself, and they still want you to see rainbow. Mhm. I used to get this into the tech words trying to explain my fix someone opinions of me. But now, if you train me more to help me grow, I walk away. My peace matters more than being right. Exactly. And it's not about being passive. It's about being intentional. Choosing where your energies goes. Because not every battle is yours to fight. It's not every hill it worth dying on. Silence isn't weakness. It's wisdom. It's knowing when your conversations stop being about understanding and start being about ego. And real emotional mastery is show us up you can say, I could respond, but I don't need to. That moment right there, that's the definition of strength. So if you have ever felt like your emotional was running so, we hope episode help you take back the remote. Yep, and now, as always, challenge joining us a week vocabulary breakdown. Some of these words came up in today's conversation, and they super useful or express emotions and reactions naturally. Challenge, you're up. Thanks, Aaron and Evan. Let's take a look at some powerful words and phrases from today's episode. This can help you express emotional and situation naturally in English. Hijack, meaning to take control of something forced in an unexpected way. Example, don't let a negative comment hijack your whole day. Grounded, meaning calm, stable, and emotional balance. Example, after journaling each morning, I feel more grounded throughout of the day. Misconception, meaning a wrong or mistakes idea about something. Example, there's a common conception that taking breaks makes you lazy. Shoving, meaning pushing something forcefully or roughly. Example, she kept shoving papers into his bag without even looking at them. Snap, meaning suddenly lost control of your brain emotions. Example, she snapped at your brother after a stressful day at work. Swept up, meaning caught in something weakly and uncontrollably, often emotional at events. Example, he got swept up in the excitement of a concert. Stimulus, meaning something that causes a reaction or response. Example, loud noise are a strong stimulus for babies. I often cry instantly. Ripple, meaning a small effect that spread out and causes larger effects. Example, one coworker can either report positive all day. Barefoot, meaning without shoes. She was barefoot on the cool grass and feel more natural to nature. Slam, meaning to hit or close something with force and noise. Example, she got frustrated and slammed the door on the way out. See something coming to anticipate or expect something, especially something bad or surprising. Example, the breakup really hurts. I just didn't see it coming. Cut in, meaning to interrupt the conversation or activity. Example, he cut in before I could finish my sentence. I lost my train of thought. Spiral over, meaning to become increasingly obsessed or anxious about something, often unnecessary. Example, spiral over a small tiber in her email and couldn't focus all days. Bottle off, meaning to keep emotions or thoughts hidden instead of expressing them. Example, she bottled up his frustration for weeks until he finally exploded during the meeting. Cut off, meaning to interrupt or stop someone from speaking or doing something, also to isolate. Example, she would explain her idea of what her boss cut off my sentence. Misconceptions. meaning a view of opinions that is incorrect based on faulty thinking or understanding. Example, there's a common conception that introverts don't enjoy being around people. Build up, meaning to gradually communicate in grace, especially emotions or tensions. Example, I could feel the anger building up inside me, so I took a water to calm down. Take over, meaning to gain to control of something. Example, fear to over as soon as you step on the stage to speak. Defensive, meaning reacting weakly of criticism or blame. Often we just fit. He got really defensive when I asked about his missed deadline. Pick on, meaning to repeatedly tease or bully someone. Example, in school he was often picked on because of his glasses. That's it for today. Try using the word two words in your own sentences this week. This help you stick in your memory and sound more natural when you speak. Back to you, Aaron and Evan. Thanks, Charlotte. That's a super helpful as always. Yeah, I love that just knowing the right words can make expressing yourself feel so much easier. All right, friends. That's a wrap for today's episode. This is going to help you hit pause, reflect, or breathe a little deeper. We're glad. And don't forget to grab the free PDF down in the description. It's packed with the reflection prompts, grammar practice, and all the takeaways from today. We'll see you in the next episode of the English Sleep Podcast. Until then, stay ground, stay kind, as always. Keep leading forward. Yeah!